Hey, I'm Roland with Mobile Geeks at IFA 2014, and just in case you didn't know, our coverage is brought to you by Asus and Mercedes-Benz in this case. But what we have right here is the new Toshiba Radius 11, that's what they're calling it. And Radius 11 is because it does have a radius, so just as with the yoga devices from Lenovo, for example, you can fold this thing full 360 all the way to the back and the keyboard turns off, so you're just using this touchscreen right on the front. It's an 11.6-inch notebook basically, which is a convertible, so you will end up with a tablet when you flip it around. We have an IPS panel up front, so 1366 by 768 resolution. There's 4 gigs of RAM in here and a 500 gigabyte standard hard drive in this case. So no flash, but a standard hard drive, which gives you tons of storage. It's just not as fast as flash storage, but it's still definitely a nice and decent hard drive in here. Again, IPS panel, so good viewing angles in this case. Under the hood we have the so-called Pentium N3540 in this case, which is a quad-core running at up to 2.16 gigahertz. The standard frequency should be around 1.6 or something gigahertz. I don't really know. I can't really remember that. But maximum frequency on turbo boost is again 2.16 gigahertz. 4 gigs of RAM, 500 gigs of onboard storage. And up here we have a 1 megapixel camera. This flipping hinge back here, and overall it looks pretty much the same as the new Toshiba Cloudbook CL10, but in this case it's for flipping around. The whole thing comes out in Germany for €449. They're still pushing to go down to $399 on retail pricing. In the US it's probably going to be a bit cheaper, if not the same amount in US dollars, so just $399 US dollars hopefully. The whole thing in this case has a touch screen down here, capacitive Windows button, which works right there, and full keyboard, decent sized keys. Definitely over here we have a page up and page down keys. Again, small caps lock over here, so that's a nice improvement because nobody ever uses this anyway. Up here we have a ton of function keys for Windows and a nicely pretty big trackpad with separate mouse buttons down here, so no clicking on or you can actually click on the trackpad itself, but the whole trackpad is not clickable. You have separate buttons right here. I already talked about the camera up there, and let's take a quick tour around. We have the power jack back there, power button plus power LED right there, and a full-size HDMI out, USB 3.0 full-size SD card reader up there, and on the other side we get the volume rocker, which isn't on the Cloudbook. This is the headset out and another USB, in this case 2.0 port, plus a CAN sync and lock to make sure I don't steal this pretty nice new 2-in-1 convertible from Toshiba that they're showing off at IFA 2014. So we have a glossy top right here. It comes in this gold color, pretty common nowadays with Toshiba. Actually, like it quite a bit. It has a structure to it, so it does attract fingerprints quite a lot, but they don't really show in this case. Back here you can see this flipping hinge, which is a 2-stage hinge just as on the Lenovo devices. Up front down here on the back there are 2 speakers, and yeah, that's pretty much it.